Yo, what's good? It's Mangollamas, and we're on a Pokemon Go video today. And before we get into the video, just wanted to thank you guys so much for my last video. I just posted it today, and it already got like 19 views. Now, clap it up, everybody. That is pretty hype. I'm pretty hyped about that. Just want to thank you guys for that, for the 19 views within the day it was uploaded. That is pretty hype. Also, what is pretty hype is my Elden Ring video. My last video, or the one I posted today, I was like, yo, we got 23 views on my Elden Ring video. That's pretty hype. But I just checked it again. It's at 174 views, something like that. So that is pretty hype. Make sure we clap it up for that. I'm pretty hyped about that. And we're just gonna get right into the video. So make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Would really appreciate it. And please keep watching more of my videos. Today, we're gonna go over the Retro Cup once again. Now, last video, just the last video, yeah, I did the Ultra Cup, which is pretty hype. I might do another Ultra Cup video again. But before that, I was doing the Great League and the Retro Cup, which is 1,500 CP. And they still got the Retro Cup, so we're gonna keep playing that. And I think on my Great League video or my Retro Cup video, I went and talked about some Pokemon to use to cheese that league, to cheese the Retro League, but I didn't really go in depth about the Pokemon I use personally. Now, last video, I was just going over use Lantern and Noctowl. Like, pretty much if you want to win, just use Lantern and Noctowl in the Great League or any league with 1,500. You're gonna win every single time, but that's no fun. If you want to be, well, if you don't want to have fun and win, well, no, what am I saying? If you don't want to have fun on the game and win every single game, then yeah, use Noctowl and Lantern. I mean, if you like winning and winning is fun for you, then yeah, pick Noctowl and Lantern. But with Pokemon Go and in Pokemon in general, there's so many Pokemon in the Pokemon Go universe. Why would I just stick with a fish and an owl to win all of my games? Now, like in the Ultra League video, which was my last video, I went really in depth and I was spitting some information about my lineup, the Mangollamas Ultra Cheese lineup. But today we're going to be talking about the Mangollamas Retro League lineup, or the Great League lineup. So, what I like to have in front now, the Great League, it's not my favorite, I'm not gonna lie. It's just because I don't have any cool Pokemon in that league. Like, the only cool Pokemon I got in this league, or 1,500 league, is Flygon. And it's just because he's shiny. That's literally the only reason. And he's actually really good, so that's why. We'll get to Flygon later, but we're gonna talk about my first Pokemon right now. So, the first Pokemon I got in the Retro League lineup is Solrock. Now, you're probably wondering, yo, why are you using Solrock? He's kind of a bum. He doesn't even evolve. Okay, it's just a rock. How is this guy good? Now, the IVs on my Solrock are 100%. Now, in the Pokemon Go Battle League, if you have any Pokemon that is 100%, yeah, just use it. It's the best. It doesn't matter what it is. I mean, it does kind of matter what it is, but I got a Solrock 100%, you know, that's pretty good. So I powered him up to the Great League Standard, which is 1,500, slapped him on my first Pokemon, and bam. There's really nothing to explain about that. It's just Solrock. He's just a rock, but the tap move is pretty good. I don't know what it's called. I think it's called like rock throw or something. It's definitely a rock. It's definitely a rock tap move, but the charge move is one of my favorites. Now, I wish I could go over the Master League, but when the Master League comes out, I'm definitely going to explain my lineup. My lineup is cheese, but we're getting off topic. I'm talking about the Retro League. So the Soul Rock has Rock Slide as its charge move. I really like Rock Slide because it builds up fast, but it kind of builds up fast on Soul Rock. It doesn't build up too fast, but hey, it's pretty good regardless. It's like a, how do I say this? My last video was talking about Togekiss and having Aerial Ace as a good charge move. I could compare Aerial Ace to Rock Slide in this case, because Rock Slide is just pretty good, and plus when you're like charging it up, like you gotta tap the little icons on the screen, it's pretty easy to do, so you're not gonna miss one no matter what. Okay, that's just Soul Rock. Soul Rock, nothing too crazy, nothing too major, but hey, he's 100%, that's why I'm using it. Okay, second Pokemon, here we go. So I'm pretty sure I went over my Flygon in the Great League video where I explained how to win, but what I said in that video was just use a Pokemon that has a fast charging move. Now that doesn't really explain too much about Flygon, because Flygon is not like that. Because Flygon has a plethora of moves that you can use to your advantage. It just depends how you use them. And also, my Flygon is shiny, so that's why I'm using him. So with my Flygon, let me explain my Flygon. I got the charge move, which is Dragon Claw, and I got another charge move on him, Scorching Sands. Now, I'm gonna try to use Scorching Sands, or maybe change it in this video so I can actually showcase the Flygon to his full potential. But for now, I'm just spamming Dragon Claw, yo. Like, Dragon Claw, I think, for me at least, it's one of the best charge moves in the game. You can't even go wrong. It's good in every league. Like, actually, you can charge it up hella fast. It really depends what tap move you have. Like, if you have a tap move that's like really slow, it's like you can't spam tap it, then it's not gonna build up as much as you want it. But with the Flygon, I got Mud Shot. Now, Mud Shot, it's a pretty, it's like, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty ass. It's pretty ass tap move, but when you spam it, it builds up the Dragon Claw really fast. So usually what y'all see me do in these gameplays is, if I get a Pokemon like really low or like half health and my Pokemon dies, then I'll whip out the Flygon and then I'll spam Dragon Claw. Just is what it is. Now putting Flygon in the front is, I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but I usually like to have him second because he's like a failsafe. For Great League at least, or Retro Cup, I just want to have a Pokemon in front that's just decent, not like a tanky Pokemon or a Glass Cannon Pokemon like in my Ultra League videos. I just want just a regular Pokemon that can do it all, you know, very balanced Pokemon. But the Flygon in my case, I wouldn't really call him a Glass Cannon, but I made my Flygon a Glass Cannon. I would just say that. Now, I'm going to be experimenting with the Flygon, okay? He's not really built to the max yet, because I'm just spamming Dragon Claw with him. I gotta get another charge move that maybe debuffs opponents, or maybe builds up as fast as Dragon Claw. I don't even know, but so far in the Mangollamas Retro Cup lineup, we got Soul Rock because he's 100%, and we got Shiny Flygon because he's shiny and has Dragon Claw. Alright, third Pokemon. Now, the third Pokemon in the Retro Cup lineup is I kind of change him up a bit sometimes because it's Poliwrath. Now, Poliwhirl is one of my favorite Pokemon, so I was like, let me put Poliwrath in the Great League lineup, or the Retro Cup lineup. I don't really know what to call this league. I'm just gonna call it whatever I want. Sometimes you'll hear me call it Great League or Retro Cup because it's basically the same thing, but I'm mainly gonna be calling it Retro Cup because I already did a Great League video. So, with the Poliwrath, let me just explain the Poliwrath real quick. It's nothing too major. When I was playing with a friend, or when I was playing a long time ago, I did not have Poliwrath. I only had a Poliwhirl, so I was just hitting up my friends when trading came out, and I was like, yo, toss me a Poliwrath or a Poliwhirl, and they were like, bet. So someone tossed me a Poliwrath or a Poliwhirl, I don't know, and it ended up being lucky. So that's pretty hype. Now, what's not hype is that he's not shiny. That is kind of an L, and that just makes me lacking on the Pokemon Go Battle League. But hey, it is what it is. Now, Poliwrath, I don't really know how to explain Poliwrath. He's kind of like your all-arounder type of guy, but he's an all-arounder type of guy, but he's mainly leaning towards the tankier side. Like, he's your all-arounder type of Pokemon, but he's got a little bit of beefiness to him, so he can tank those attacks. Now, also the typing of this Pokemon is pretty cool. I really like the typing of it. Now, I also have Mudshot, I think it's Mudshot, on the Poliwrath, which is, like I said, pretty ass, but his other tab move isn't too good. It's like Brick Break, and I'm not using Brick Break. That shit is ass. I would rather use Mudshot. Maybe it's pretty good, but I'd rather use Mudshot because you can spam it. But the charge move on Poliwrath is Ice Punch. Now, Poliwrath can actually get a lot of charge moves, but I didn't really know what to use for Poliwrath, so I just slapped on Ice Punch. Ice Punch is pretty good because it's Ice type. Now, like I said in other Pokemon Go videos, my Pokemon Go knowledge with typing is not so good, but I know, I'm pretty sure, don't flame me for this, I'm pretty sure Ice type is one of the best offensively. So I just had to go with Ice Punch. I have Ice Punch on other Pokemon as well, and it kind of builds up pretty fast, so that's why I got it. So with the Mangollamas Retro League lineup, we got Solrock up front with the Rock Slide and a Rock Tap move that I'm not aware of. We got Flygon at second with the Dragon Claw and he's shiny. Okay, one thing that I'll say time and time again with these Pokemon Go videos is you gotta have your Pokemon shiny. You are not, I repeat, you're not playing Pokemon Go if you don't have your Pokemon shiny. You're actually lacking if you don't have your Pokemon shiny. It is actually scientifically proven you will win less games if you don't have shiny Pokemon in your lineup. Let me say that again. You will lose more games if you don't have shiny Pokemon in your lineup. The more shiny Pokemon you have in your lineup, the more games you'll win. So that's what I only have one, so I'm lacking hard right now, yo. I'm actually lacking hard. So Flygon is at second with Dragon Claw and another charge move that I might change in this video. It might be pretty good, but who knows. Alright, and then the third, we got Poliwrath with the Ice Punch and Mudshot. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure again you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm pretty hyped to see that my videos are doing pretty good. They're doing better than I expected. The 23 or it wasn't 23. It was like 19 views on today's video. Well, I uploaded it today. That is pretty hype. I'm pretty hyped about that. and the 174 views on my Elden Ring video. That is insane. So make sure you stay tuned for more Pokemon Go videos. Hopefully it will come out with more game modes like the Master League. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.